Yo guys, it's slyroh. You already know that today I'm going to be bringing you guys my picks for the 2022 Game Awards. It is that time of year. We are getting to the end of the year. So now we all get to gather around and talk about the best that the year of 2022 has brought us. And the Game Awards do their little show every year. And, you know, we get to vote. So I'm going to go ahead and make a video showcasing my picks. I'm probably the most well-informed of video games this year, more so than I have been like ever before in years past. I feel like I've done a pretty good job keeping up with games that have come out, whether they're ones that I played or I've just seen about. So hopefully I'm well informed enough to offer some insight to some of the Game Awards. So this is just going to be my reactions and my picks, and we're just going to sort of talk about what the Game Awards has to offer. Just so we're clear, in terms of who actually wins the awards, I don't generally really care. The only thing that I like about the Game Awards is the discussion that it facilitates. Because it's just really cool to reminisce over some of the best games of the year, some of your fondest memories, and it's nice to share that with other people. So I only care about the discussion part of it. Is if every single game I vote for wins absolutely nothing, I'm perfectly content with that. I'm not going to lose sleep over who wins a certain game award and who doesn't. It honestly doesn't really matter to me. But I think this will be fun anyway, so let me know some of your favorite games of this year and maybe some of the things that you would pick. I'll leave a link, you know, in the description if you want to vote. Hopefully voting is still open when this video goes up. And I think the show is December 8th. They'll do like the whole awards presentation thingy. I don't know if I'll watch. I'll probably watch because I have in years past, and it's, you know, usually not terrible. So we'll see. I probably won't make like a whole event or anything out of it. I'll probably just watch on my own time. I don't know. I'll figure that out as it gets closer to the day. But yeah, I think I've gotten everything out of the way. So right here I have you know, the screen pulled up of all of the categories for this year. I think I'm probably just going to start with Game of the Year and then just kind of go through, because you can just go and it'll take you one at a time. And I'm probably going to stop up at most anticipated games because I don't know anything about esports. So hopefully I know some about these other things. I don't really know. I will, you know, I may make some comments about what I expect to win or not win, but, you know, we shall see. I also, thankfully have avoided hearing most about what is on this list. I've tried to avoid people's reactions to this, you know, to the nominees being announced. So this should be a pretty blind experience where I don't know what is going to be here. But before I click on it right here, I'm actually just going to go back to the screen to where it goes start voting, because then it will take me one category at a time. I think we're going to start at Game of the Year, and then it'll just go through, which is going to be nice. So I'm going to assume that Game of the Year is basically just going to come down to either Elden Ring or God of War Ragnarok. Elden Ring was probably the far and away favorite for the entire year. God of War Ragnarok literally just came out, and it had high expectations, and as far as I understand, it is surpassing those. I have not gotten to play it. By the time that this video is uploaded, I probably have my hands on it, and I should be playing it now. So I plan on making a video where I'm going to rank all of the games that I've played this year from worst to best. So if you want to know my thoughts on God of War Ragnarok, I will probably tell them to you at the end of the year. So let's go ahead and see if I'm right. I'm pretty sure those two are going to be the two favorites to win. I don't know what they're going to fill out the category with. I assume maybe Horizon Forbidden West. I saw someone on Twitter that I think that said Stray is like one of the Stray is like one of the options, which is wild to me. Stray is like fine, but like I don't know. That being said, I was going to say this, between Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, and Horizon Forbidden West, like this year's been pretty top heavy, but like it would be hard to find another choice for Game of the Year that everybody could like agree on, and so that there's 6 nominees. I thought there was only going to be 5. I actually haven't really heard that much about Plague Tale Requiem. I've heard about like the first game in the series, and I've heard good things. So I assume that's good. Oh, I have to sign in to vote. Okay, well I had to sign in to vote. Either way, for me, this vote is not even going to be close. My Game of the Year is Elden Ring. I played so much of it, and even when I stopped my playthrough of it that I uploaded, I have gone through and I've been playing it again. I'm actually working on some Elden Ring stuff behind the scenes. I don't know how long it will take, but Elden Ring is a game that I find very hard to put down. We'll see if God of War Ragnarok challenges that spot by the actual end of the year. I highly doubt it, but I don't know. But none of these other games really come close. I did play some of Forbidden West, and I will leave my thoughts on that game until the end of the year. And Stray, I know about. Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I know about, and yeah, they didn't interest me enough for me to play them. So that is a pretty easy vote for me. Let's go ahead to the next category. Got best game direction. All right, let's try and narrow down what they're actually trying to award before I even give out whatever. Awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. That's such a weird thing to say. It's literally all the same stuff except for Immortality, which I've never heard of, instead of Xenoblade and A Plague Tale. So do I just stick with the same thing? Like, I haven't played Ragnarok. I mean, if we're going for like a creative vision and innovation, like maybe is Elden Ring innovative? Probably. Forbidden West, I could see that getting a lot of votes. I mean, I think I just have to stick with Elden Ring because it's the one that I know the most out of these. Though I don't know if it is far and away better than some of these other ones. I mean, I will give Stray its sort of like creative aspects that I had for it, because I did watch a little bit of the gameplay even if I didn't play the game myself. So I definitely can respect it for that, but I will go ahead and just lock in my vote for Elden Ring here, and we'll go on to the next one. Best narrative. Gosh, alright. Did any other games come out this year? It seems like it's all just the same thing. Wow. For outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game, I mean, I haven't played this. Elden Ring doesn't really have the story and narrative that drives the plot forward. I can't, in good conscience, give my vote to that. So for me, it's between the bit of story that I know about Forbidden West and what I played of it and what I know of it, or I can go off of hearsay of people saying that God of War Ragnarok is really good. So it's between those two. I think I'll probably just go God of War Ragnarok, just because I think that is probably going to end up being my favorite once I do play through the game in terms of like the narrative and storytelling. I'm not saying that Forbidden West is bad, but I also can't recall a lot of what happened, so it's a weird scenario. So, and I still don't know what Immortality is, so maybe I should look into that game. That's one of those games that's just going to keep popping up even though I've never even heard about it. Alright, best art direction. Wow. Wouldn't you believe it? It's like all the same stuff, except for Scorn shows up. Okay. For outstanding creative indoor technical achievement and artistic design and animation. I mean, that's literally just like how it looks, right? Is that? I don't know if that's the same thing as like best graphics. I was like, I feel like the answer is still going to be God of War Ragnarok, even though I haven't played it yet. I mean, I've seen screenshots, I've seen trailers, I've seen people talk about it. That's gotta be, right? Gotta be. I mean, Stray is pretty cool. Forbidden West is obviously also a beautiful game. I don't know that I've seen that much from Scorn. I do know a little bit about it. I thought I was under the impression that was a pretty disappointing game. I thought most people were saying, but I guess visually it's cool. I think I'm just gonna go Ragnarok on the... Man, I really hope that I actually end up liking Ragnarok. That would be crazy. I love the first God of War game. God of War 2018, obviously. So, I mean, that... I'll just give it to that. Can we get any... Did any different games come out? Best score and music. Okay, interesting. So, I don't know the music of Plague Tale Requiem. Obviously, I'm pretty familiar with Elden Ring's soundtrack. I'm not as familiar with God of War Ragnarok soundtrack because I haven't played through it yet. Metal Hellsinger is actually an interesting thing to show up here. I played the demo of it, and the gameplay did not click with me, but the music works really well for the game. You know, it's you shoot demons and stuff, and it plays like heavy metal. So I definitely respect that. And then, I mean, I assume Xenoblade Chronicles 3 has good music, but I don't know that for sure. I haven't heard any tracks from the game. But I think I'm probably just going to have to go Elden Ring, because at least that I have an intimate knowledge of some of the music tracks. I mean, some of the boss themes are just absolutely fantastic. The main title theme, and by extension the final boss theme as well. Some of those are just fantastic. There's other great ones throughout. So I mean, I have to give my vote for Elden Ring there. But I like that we're starting to see something different pop up. We'll see if that keeps happening or not. Best audio design, recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design, which I guess is different than like music. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Sure. Elden Ring. I mean, I don't like being the person that just picks the same game over and over again. I think that's boring. And I wouldn't want the same game to win every single award, because that just is dumb. I don't have. I feel like with in-game audio, you need to have experienced it a little bit to really be able to tell. God of War Ragnarok, I don't know yet. Gran Turismo 7, I obviously don't know. That is not something that's in my wheelhouse. Horizon Forbidden West. I'm actually considering this, like, in-game audio and sound design. I mean, in terms of, like, the world feeling alive, I feel like Forbidden West does a good job of that, and I think the sound of, like, the creatures inhabiting the world really, you know, work really well and do that justice. So, in the fairness of wanting to switch up my vote, and also, I mean, like, Elden Ring has, like, I don't know if it's, like, stand out. Like, obviously, it's good. Does it, like, stand out? I mean, probably, but, you know, yeah, I'm gonna throw this vote for Forbidden West, actually, just because, like, I feel like the audio, the sound of, like, the creatures living in the world, really help Forbidden West thrive more so than it would. I think it enhances the experience, whereas Elden Ring, I think, you know, it has good in-game audio and sound design, but even without that, I don't know that it would take away that much. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I guess that's fine. And Modern Warfare 2, I guess, like, I've started playing a little bit of that. It's a Call of Duty game, and I don't really care that much for the campaign, so I can really go off of multiplayer sound effects, which is, like, it's good. But yeah, alright, so, voice acting, gosh. Well, we have 2 for Ragnarok, so that doesn't really help me. 1 for Immortality, which I still don't know what that is. So, congrats on Horizon Forbidden West. Yeah, I mean, the voice acting is good, so I don't know if that's, you know, the person who plays Aloy or not, or if it's someone else, but I don't remember any of the voices being bad, so there you go. You get your vote there. Games for Impact for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. I wish that I had heard about any of these games, because these are some of the games that I like. I like some of these, like, look at how stylistically all of these look. They all, except for maybe this one, I don't really know anything about I don't know anything about any of these. I've literally never heard of any of these. But they all stylistically look really, really cool. Actually, no, I did see a trailer or something for I Was a Teenage Exo-Colonist, which I thought was just like a port of like a game that already exists. I don't even think this is a new game, but I might be completely wrong about that. But I've never heard of any of the other ones. I think this is one where I don't vote on because I actually just have no insight on any of these. However, just based on the styles, I like the art style of this, Memoir Blue. This looks really sick, the Citizen Sleeper. I mean, Handling Extinction is Forever. Yeah, just some foxes, I don't know. Hindsight looks like it could be neat. And then, I mean, yeah, and then that game as well. I don't have enough information to make a vote on that. Best ongoing, award to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves player experience over time. Ongoing content. I don't play any of these. Wait, this is the year that, like, they put, like, Naruto and, like, Goku and stuff in Fortnite, right? Like, I mean, come on now. That Fortnite has completely embraced, like, the meme, and I actually kind of respect it and love that. But I could also throw a vote towards Destiny 2, because I know my boy Lone Wolf plays Destiny 2. So, it's between that. Yeah, you know what? I'll do my boy a favor. I'm gonna vote for Destiny 2, even though I probably would otherwise vote for Fortnite just because it's still going on. And I just respect that. I don't even hate on Fortnite anymore. I just full respect at this point. Best indie game. Oh, see, here we're talking. This is where we get to the good stuff. I am familiar with all of these games. So let's go from right to left, actually. Tunic, I have seen a little bit about. It looks interesting, but this is actually the one game that I really haven't played and don't have that much knowledge about. Stray is really cool, you know, but it's not my favorite, you know, and it is very short, but I assume it's going to get a lot of votes if they're nominating it for, like, Game of the Year. I assume Stray might just have this in the bag. I have no idea. Sifu seemed really cool. I've heard that that's also a really short game, but I heard it's pretty challenging. I did not play it. But we do get to the two that I actually have played. I made a video about Neon White saying that it was really good. I actually kind of fell off that game about halfway through because some of it started to get a little bit more tedious than fun, but I still really, really respect it. I'm so glad that it got a nomination. But for my actual vote, it's going to go for Call of the Lamb. I sort of missed the bandwagon when this first came out, and it had like Twitch integration, and like it was like all over Twitch for like a couple days or like a week there. And I sort of missed the boat, but I caught up, and even as a single player experience, Call of the Lamb is so much fun. I will definitely talk more about it when I rank the my favorite games at the end of the year. But Call of the Lamb is great. You play as the sheep, and you basically just have to get all these followers to follow, and to follow you, and then there's different things that you can build for them, and it's weird. Like you build your little cult in society, and I don't know, it's just so cute, it's so charming, and I had so much fun with Call of the Lamb. I'm so glad it's here, and I can go for it. Let's go. Best mobile game. I don't play mobile games. Even if I have heard of all of these, I don't know if I know what Tower Fantasy is. But I think I'm just not going to vote because I don't have enough knowledge about any of these, even though I feel like I've heard pretty good things about Marvel Snap. And then, I mean, obviously, Genshin Impact is Genshin Impact. And I don't know anything about Apex Legends Mobile and how it compares to the non-mobile experience. So I'm just not going to vote for that category. Best community support. Outstanding community. Transparent, responsibility, inclusive of social media activity, and game updates, patches. I also don't really have a lot of knowledge of any of these in terms of if they've done anything this year that has been good, like community-wise. You know what I mean? So I think I'm also just not going to vote for any of them here because I don't know what the developers or whoever or the social media teams or whatever, like how active they've been for any of these games. I don't have intimate knowledge as I don't play any of them. All right, innovation in accessibility, recognizing software on hardware, it's pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. That is interesting. Okay. I don't know what God of War Ragnarok has added to make things more accessible, but that's cool. I assume The Last of Us Part 1, because I know The Last of Us Part 2 got a lot of praise for its accessibility stuff, so I'm going to assume that they probably took a lot of that and put that into the Last of Us Part 1 remake. I was worried that I was going to see The Last of Us Part 1 in like actual other games categories, despite the fact that it's essentially just a remake, but for this category, I respect it. And then The Quarry, I didn't get to play The Quarry, but it did look really cool. I'm trying to think of like what sort of accessibility features that it had though, and I'm sure it did. I'm sure it did, but again, without the intimate knowledge of playing it, it's got to probably go between these two just because of the ones I know. But I mean, maybe Ragnarok as well. But I guess I won't vote just because I don't want to just guess. But my guess would be that Last of Us Part 1 probably has like really good accessibility stuff. Maybe if I actually knew about the accessibility stuff with The Quarry. I know other stuff about The Quarry. So I watched some playthroughs about it. It seems like a really awesome game, but I don't know accessibility wise if like what it did. So I will not vote for that one. All right, well, the website crashed, so I had to wait like 30 minutes for it to fix itself. So I don't remember if I mentioned that I did not play any of these VR games, so I'm not going to vote for them. And we're going to go to the next category and see if we can actually see it this time. Hey, okay. All right, ooh, best action game. All right, for the best game in the action genre. Interesting. Okay, so we got Bayonetta 3, we got Call of Duty, got Neon White, Sifu, and then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. I didn't even know that came out. I'm a little torn. Focused primarily on combat. I mean, I feel like if I would have played Sifu, that could have gotten my vote. I haven't played Bayonetta 3 either, so for me, it's really coming down between Call of Duty and Neon White. I think Neon White is overall probably the better game, but this Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 does sort of, get the sort of classic Call of Duty feel down while still feeling new. So, like, in a technical sense, I think Call of Duty is probably a better action game, but I'm still gonna give my vote to Neon White. Yeah, I don't know. That's just how I'm feeling. I think this game is so cool, and it's so interesting. Even though there's parts of it that are not my favorite, I still want to actually try and finish the game and see if I change my tune on that by the end of the year. We shall see. I don't know if I can, in good faith, give my vote to Call of Duty, where the best thing that it did is sort of make it feel like one of the classic Call of Duties. It didn't really do anything new. You know what is like a new, fresh concept. So I'll give it to that. Yeah, but it's not like a wide margin. Oh gosh. I went to the next category and it's freezing up again. Alright, the website keeps crashing, so this is going to be a choppy video. We're going to try and work our way through this. For Best Action Adventure, I'm actually surprised at what I see here. Just because, you know, there's still Plague Tale, there's still God of War, there's Forbidden West, Stray, and Tunic, and as I do have my own grievances with Forbidden West, it is really the only one that I've played, and played a good amount of. And I do like the combat, even if the puzzle solving is not my favorite. I feel like if I've played God of War, I'm probably going to like God of War more, by the end of the year. But in good conscience, I can't give it to anything else other than Forbidden West, because I actually played Forbidden West, over these other ones. And I know for sure that I would put it above Stray. So there we go. All right, Forbidden West getting more votes than I expected. How about that? I hope all the Forbidden West fans are happy, because y'all are probably going to get overlooked in a lot of senses, just because you know, Elden Ring God of War is going to pick up a whole bunch. But you know, I know there is a good chunk of people that really love Forbidden West, and so, you know, glad that hopefully y'all are happy about some of the representation you get here, even if you're probably going to get completely overlooked for Game of the Year votes. Best role-playing game. So, you know, this is one of those where, yeah, obviously, Elden Ring is my Game of the Year, therefore it would be the best role-playing game out of the ones here. But honestly, that's kind of boring, especially because now we actually have other things to choose from. I am so happy that Triangle Strategy is actually, you know, nominated for something, so that's where my vote is going. I didn't play Legends of Arceus, but I did watch like a full playthrough of it, and I know that it's not better than Triangle Strategy. I haven't played Live Alive, whatever it is. I do like that art style, and then I know enough about Xenoblade Chronicles 3 to know that it's probably not as much for me. So between the two, I do think that Elden Ring is a better game, but I'm going to give my vote to Triangle Strategy because I think it is a very fantastic game, and it definitely deserves praise where it can get, and this is probably the only category that it is going to show up in. So yeah, Elden Ring, you can win your Game of the Year award. Let's share the love with something else. Let's be real, Elden Ring's probably going to win this award anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I want to throw out the representation for Triangle Strategy because it is very good. I've actually been gone back and I've been playing it on my own and playing through it again and being able to fast forward some of the, you know, lengthy dialogue and really explore different combat options and different paths or whatever. My appreciation has grown for this game even more. So yeah, absolutely. Let's see, we got best fighting game, and I haven't played any of these, but part of me wants to give it to Multiverses just because, like, come on now, that's like the best idea for a game, and you know what, I'm gonna do it for the memes. I feel like I've heard good enough things about it, and you know, these are all just like, whatever, fighting games, and then Sifu seems cool, but you know what, there you go, you get him, Shaggy. He's just so powerful that I just had to vote for him. I felt compelled. I didn't have a choice. It is what it is. Best family game. Okay. Wow. Did the Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope game actually come out? And I feel like that came out with such like a soft, like I never heard anything about it. Even though it seemed kind of interesting, but I never ended up doing it. Out of these, Nintendo Switch Sports is not that good. Like, it's a really dumbed down version of like the existing Wii Sports, which is already saying something, and it's just, I don't know, I don't find it to be very fun. I don't really have that much interest in Splatoon 3, so literally my votes basically come down to either Kirby or Lego Star Wars. I didn't actually play Lego Star Wars, but my nephew did, and he had a good time with it, and I played Lego games in the past, and I know they're quality. But I did actually play through the entirety of Kirby and the Forgotten Land, and it is a good game. So because it's not going to get much representation anywhere else in the awards, and because it deserves some praise, I'm going to go ahead and give my vote to Kirby, because it is a fun platform game. It is really, really good. Best sim strategy game. Alright, well, I have not played Dune Spice Wars. I haven't actually played Mario & Rabbids Sparks of Hope. I still cannot believe that it came out, and I just didn't even know about it. I've not played Total War Warhammer 2. I have played 2 Point Campus. It is not my favorite. It is okay. I feel like it gets repetitive, and you run out of things to do pretty quickly. I've never played Victoria 3. Do I hate it enough to just abstain from voting, or should I vote for it because I actually played it? I'll give it a vote. Sure, why not? I don't think it's terrible, but it didn't hold my attention for more than maybe a couple hours across multiple play sessions. And, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I ran out of things to do pretty quickly. I don't know what Victoria 3 is, but, like, that art right there definitely makes it seem interesting. Like, it's something that I would want to play. But I don't know, because I never actually heard about that. I never heard about this Dune game either, to be fair. But, yeah, I don't know. Let's see, where are we at? We should be getting close to the end, because I think after the most anticipated, it just goes into all esports. So best sports racing. This is another one where I haven't played F1 22. I don't really play FIFA. I do like NBA 2K, but I did not play 2K23. So, I mean, I could vote for it just knowing that it probably would be my favorite of these if I actually played it. Did not play Gran Turismo 7, but I did play Ollie Ollie World. I'm actually surprised to see it here. But it's a fine game. This is another game that I have my grievances with that I will probably go into more detail when I do my list at the end of the year. But it is a serviceable enough game. It's good. I did actually like play to the end and beat it, so it held my attention long enough. I'd say it took somewhere in the 6 to 10 hour range. It's a pretty short game. Stylistically, it's really cool. And it's definitely different than everything else here than just like your classic, regular sports game or racing game. So I'll give my vote for Ollie Ollie World in the same reason that I'd give like 2 Point Campus like its vote, just because I played it and I don't hate it with a burning passion. So yeah, I'm glad that it's here, but I do think that it's not my favorite. But it's a fine game. It's a fine game. And I can't think of any like sports racing games that came out that weren't a part of those 5. So I don't know. Best multiplayer. I mean, hello. All right, Call of Duty actually gets my vote here. Because I haven't actually played Multiverses. Overwatch 2 is kind of just like it's such a joke to me at this point. I can't believe they actually came out with it, and it really doesn't look all that different. I'm sure it's fun, but I don't know that I could bring myself to play Overwatch 2. I've at least played a little bit of Modern Warfare 2, so I will give it that. And the only reason that I play it is for the multiplayer. So, it's got me there. So, good job, Call of Duty. You got yourself a vote from me. And, I mean, you'll probably, get it from everybody. Content Creator of the Year. Well, I know 3 of these. So I can actually vote for this. I don't know who Nebelian is or Nobru is, but I at least know of these. But I actually do watch some of Ludwig's content. So hey, go ahead, shout out to like one of the biggest content creators in the world. So cool. I mean, hopefully he wins. He makes good content. I don't watch all of his stuff, but I do watch some of these stuff that interests me. Yeah, I'll get my vote because I actually watch some of this stuff. Let's go. Best debut indie. Okay. Oh, interesting. So this is the best debut game created by a new independent studio. I don't know what Norco is, and I literally just heard of Vampire Survivors like earlier today. Literally, my nephew was like, "Hey, if you play this game, it's really, really cool." So I don't know that much about it, but this could be really good. Tunic looks really cool, but I didn't actually like play it. I'm more familiar with Stray and Neon White. Do I like yeah. I mean, I still have my grievances, but I think overall I'm still gonna go Neon White. I mean, the art style, the music, the way it's presenting its story. I think Neon White is just really, really good. Stray is fine. I don't want to come off as if like I absolutely hate it. I just, it didn't appeal as much to me. And from what I know about it, it's just like, it seems like a solid game. I think Neon White is just probably better in every way. But I may check out Vampire Survivors at some point if my nephew can sell me enough on it, and if I find time to play it. We'll see. Depends on what exactly it is, but that does look somewhat interesting. Where are we at? Best adaptation. I think these are like cartoons and like anime and shows or whatever. Outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to another entertainment medium. Actually haven't watched any of these. I've actually seen clips of the Cuphead show, because when you look up a bunch of Cuphead content and play a bunch of Cuphead on YouTube, you get recommended some clips. So, I mean, yes, but like also I've heard the hype about Cyberpunk Edgerunners as well as Arcane. So I like one of these two is probably the best, but I haven't actually seen any of these, so I can't realistically vote for any of them. I've heard Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is fine, and I guess Uncharted is okay. I think they probably just needed something to fill out a fifth slot, honestly, because I don't know what else even came out. So I'm just not going to vote, and we'll just go to the next category, which is going to be the last category, because let me just make sure everything else is just like esports stuff. Yeah. All right. So, most anticipated game, wow, mine is not on here. Alright, so, I mean, the one that's actually going to win is just going to be the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, that, like, nothing else is even going to come close, I'm assuming. So, yeah, that's the one that's actually going to win, but I don't really care about Breath of the Wild, so this game doesn't really appeal to me. I didn't even realize that Resident Evil 4... I guess some sort of remake is coming out. I mean, it'll probably be good, but, it is what it is. I don't care enough about Final Fantasy 16. For me, I guess it kind of goes between Hogwarts Legacy and Starfield. I'm kind of going back and forth as to whether I even want to play either of them. But I am still probably more interested in what Starfield could bring to the table. I don't know. I still need to see more of Hogwarts Legacy, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where I come down on the whole thing of like, do I want to support, the Harry Potter franchise? I won't get into that because I don't have a strong stance, but I still feel a little like, do I want to throw money that way? I don't know. I probably need to educate myself as to if it's worth doing or not. Starfield is at least something that I'm pretty sure that I will play. I'm probably less confident that Starfield will be a good game, but I am more interested in it. Anyway, the real answer is Fire Emblem Engage. So that's probably the game I'm most anticipating at this point. Because I'm pretty sure the next Spider-Man game isn't coming out till 2024, right? I forget. That's 2023. No, it's gotta be 2024. So yeah, that's out of these ones, I guess Starfield would have my vote. And yeah, all right. So that was the Game Awards. I wish there was a little bit more diverse representation at some of the top categories, but as we delved into each of the genres, there was a little bit more variety, so I did like that, and I think that's really cool. So let me know what some of your picks are, educate me on some of the games that I didn't know, and we'll start a healthy discussion about some cool video games this year. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a video later at the end of the year where I'm going to be ranking all the games that I played, so we will get into further discussion about the games I played. So hopefully y'all are excited for that. If so, make sure you subscribe and stick around for when that happens. And there's going to be a lot of other good stuff coming your way. But I'm going to go ahead and head out now. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. So let me know, and I will see you next time. So till then, peace out.